The first game, God, I really wonder what we could have done differently there, because MonoBlue is hard to evaluate, but that last game was just like a double throw. You're cleansing your body of bad plays today before my match tomorrow? Yeah. So, Diabolic on turn 1 kills the Luna. Basically can't do that. It's a bad opener. This is a pretty favored matchup for MonoBlue, but it's a bad opener. Like, this hand plus this flop is really nasty for us. Man.
I will drown you in blood.
We can Diabolic later. It's fine. We're not really in a hurry to use the card. We got to creep mid, which means we can decline Kana mid if we want. We have the kind of hand that doesn't really allow us to play for all 3 lanes. So we could put Kana left if we just want to jump the Bristleback with a creep and play Kana where she's more survivable. I think Kana left is probably the better play. This creep spawn changes it a bit. If he puts the Ogre mid, then there's, you know, if he does that, then there's the 50-50, but I'm okay with that. Like, if this creep hadn't spawned here, I think I would have had to go mid, just because I really don't want to take 8 to the face. But whenever a melee creep spawns into Bristle, it really just changes how you even have to play on this card. He's not a scary card as long as melee creeps just spawn into him. Of course, that's not going to happen because we have Kana on the other lane now, but this is all we need because we got another hero coming out next turn. And our blue heroes are basically melee creeps anyway, smiley face. I think letting Luna die this turn is actually probably what we need to do. It's not a matchup where Eclipse needs to be getting off for high value, so I'm not going to save her. You really want one of your heroes dying every turn, and especially turn 2, it's actually actively important. We have nothing else dying this turn. We can save our Compel for something later. In some matchups, keeping Luna alive is very, very important. Like, for example, Vestra matchups are the mirror, because Eclipse is kind of how you win the game, and every Eclipse charge is valuable. This is Compel, not Cunning Plan, so even if we save her here, she's just going to be threatened to die next turn, which doesn't really give us 1 net charge. She just dies later instead of dying now. And we are effectively, you know, keeping her as an annihilation target. She'll come back on 6 if we want it, right? It's very important to recognize that we have no other heroes dying this lane. Now, he could kill our Zeus if he did something weird, but we have no other heroes dying this lane otherwise, so it's fine. Deportal into the Ignite plus the Kana spawns is not good. Our units will just feed. So I think we're just playing... Could actually Diabolic plus Compel here if we wanted to. If we open Diabolic, if we draw at any costs, and if she plays something... No, nothing. Could have been proper foresight there. That's a hard play to evaluate. I think we have the prey in hand, so we could have tried holding on to the Diabolic. I think this is okay though. I already have the Luna dying this turn, so I don't really need to have a second thing dying. Could have actually just left the Kana at higher health, but I'd rather set it up to be killed by Thunder God's Wrath, and I don't think it's taking more damage later. So we don't have any costs. 2 creeps spawning left. He has initiative on 5 mana. We need to play something mid. Whatever we play mid is going to die. We could actually ignore mid for this turn and then just go mid with the Luna next turn. I don't really like the idea of feeding Bristleback for free, but we have a lot of tempo plays to make. We have Dimensional Portal and Prey. We want to Prey left and Deportal mid, which means we actually do want to go mid. Since Deportal's going mid, the Ogre going mid to multicast, it could be the best option. Scarith wants to go in a lane that's populated with creep combat, so that's kind of where you're getting the value out of your concussive shot. I think I like Scarith left over Ogre mid. You want to play outside of the Kana lane and the Ignite lane. This is a Nightmare lane, right? Because A, it's the Kana, so by dodging it, you're increasing the value on your Annihilation, which is very powerful. B, it's the Ignite lane. By dodging it, you're reducing the value on this Ignite. So we're just going to go play for these 2 lanes. Concept will do very well here, and the ability to play Deep Portal mid is going to be really nice. Prey left is, you know, the other thing we're thinking about. Okay, Zeus is dead to upkeep. I'm fine with that. Luna will come down right side in 2 turns to really stop this. But honestly, the conflag in our hand kind of changes our plan. We don't really need to blow this up. We can just conflag it. And I feel pretty good about that. So the question is, which lane do we conflag from? Because we're giving up our play option on the other lane, right? We want to take something like an Aghanim Sanctum. If we take it right now left, he can't actually smash it for value right away. Because, you know, we're going to be able to tap it first. Left is, you know, just where you want it anyway. He doesn't have smash at all. And I'm pretty happy with just conflagging, right? There's a chance we get dueled out mid, in which case we lose the opportunity to conflag. Conflag will stop this fast enough. I feel very happy about that situation. We got a bad flop, we got a bad opening hand, but it's very salvaged. Like, I'm very happy about basically everything that's happened since then. I expect a... Oh, no, he doesn't have Legion. I was talking about that duel. I forget some people don't run Legion. That's okay. Doesn't really change anything. Deep Portal keeping it alive is pretty nice, since Zeus is dying this turn. It's really, really important to kind of adopt this mentality with this deck, which is like, so-and-so hero is dying this turn, therefore I want to keep this hero alive, right? We sacrificed last turn the Luna because we didn't have anything else dying that turn, so it's okay. But in this case, our Zeus is already dead. It's dying here, and we don't really want a second hero dying this turn. That's just kind of a waste. Having one hero just come in as a wild card for that mobility is actively a good thing, right? But the second hero dying starts to feel a little bad, so we'll keep the Ogre alive. It does die to the upkeep on Zeus's passive, so we have to watch out for that. Healing Salve is actually an okay buy to keep it alive. And he's not running Luna, so Stonehall Cloaks are going to be less important. So sometimes we snipe the Ogre on the left side here. If we whiff this snipe, he has a fairly good Annihilation. He's hitting 3 net creeps plus 1 net hero. It's a 50-50 snipe. Very powerful when it happens. Very shit when it doesn't. I don't think this is a terribly efficient Annihilation for him, so I'm okay doing this. And again, now we can just kind of ignore right. Like, right is just dealing with itself with this conflag. The tower's going to get low, but it's not really going to die. Of course, we're good at the game, so, you know, we hit the 50-50 coin toss every time. Yo, welcome to the 1/8 Gay Club. Heem321. Okay, there's the STD, and we're fine with that. We can clean this up and start to gain control of the board with something like a Flare if we want to. We do wish we had the Sanctum still on the board. Eclipse is at 4 charges. 4 charges threatens the mid, and that's really important. We do want the initiative mid to be able to threaten it, but we're really playing around this Thunder God's Wrath, right? The idea is giving him initiative here is fine as long as we can kill kind of all of his heroes at once with Thunder Gods on the initiative we'll have there. He's running the 3 blue version, which means he's very likely running Arcane Assault, and he has the control of the Kana land, so I think it's very unlikely we can rely on having initiative left next turn, but he doesn't have a blue hero coming down, so he can't stop us from Thunder Godsing. We take left tower if we just flare this. I honestly think it's an overcommitment though. This is a weird situation. That's a hard turn. I'm more happy with the Eclipse mid. Eclipse mid has greater swing potential. If both of these were easily within Thunder God's range, I might be thinking about keeping them alive for the Thunder Gods. Because you gain, keep in mind, really important, you literally gain more out of killing a hero with Thunder Gods than other spells. They're dead for an extra turn, which is really important. Whoa. I mean, makes sense. He still needs a little bit of damage to lethal that. So it could be the Arcane Assault, but he actually has no way to capitalize off that initiative now, which is a pretty big deal, I think. Didn't clone the Eclipse. Cloning Eclipse is kind of a meme. I actually don't think I've ever had that matter. I don't think I've ever cloned Eclipse and be like, okay, I'm going to use this 3-charge Eclipse later and it's going to be dope. So Healing Salve keeps this out of Thunder God's range. But that can't happen this turn, right? I mean, we're always going to use this though, right? Might as well use it now. How you feeling about tomorrow matches? I feel favored, but honestly, I mean, anyone can misplay. Like, if I misplay, I'll probably lose. I think if I don't misplay, I should win. Okay. That explains a lot of why he moved here, but I mean, he's still kind of overcommitting into the Thunder Gods. This is exactly what we wanted. We wanted this Dax that I forward to the Thunder Gods, and this is really important. Like, he needs to be able to heal one of his heroes, because if he loses both the Thunder Gods here on the forward kill, again, the forward kill is really important. When you set up heroes to die to Thunder Gods, you're getting... I actually cannot express how much value you get out of, instead of killing heroes with like eclipses and flares, setting them up to be dead with Thunder Gods. Because A, that's a really, really good item deck. I'm very happy to see my my cards here. We should just win this, right? I think this game's over. So A, we are, you know, not committing powerful resources to kill them, and instead we're just killing them with this. But B, they're dead for an extra turn. Because killing them forward on this turn, as opposed to killing them last turn, I mean, they're already dead, but they're going to take a full turn to respawn. They get one less action on the board. It's effectively an upkeep kill, which is really powerful. So we're going to first see if we draw the Sanctum. Because if we draw the Sanctum, we're going to play it before the Thunder Gods. Otherwise, we're just going to start playing this out now. So the Thunder Gods has to come down. We've got 2 Thunder Gods on hand. We would prefer using it from the Ogre lane, because of course that's where we have the opportunity to multicast it. And there's no reason to use it forward from now. So we're going to go ahead and take the Maul first. Always Maul this, the Kana. Actually, is mauling the Kana wrong? We actually have this tower, so maybe Kana was what we wanted to blink. Might have been a minor misplay there, but I'm a little pressed for time. So we want to first play the card that we have the most opportunity to curve with Sanctum into, which in this case is the Cunning Plan. We're going to go ahead and separate our heroes a little bit more. If we find Sanctum, we can actually play it off this. The same is not true for Foresight. So we're obviously going to be... We want to take this tower. Does that mean we pray? Because we need to blink away too, right? I think we have to blink away too.
Blood calls for blood.
So we can -3 or -4. It's kind of weird. I mean, he's still gonna need to annihilate this. The question is, do we blink Luna or Kana? It's normally I would blink Luna. That's the normal play. I'm not sure how good this is, honestly. I might have messed up using Maul on Kana. Because you really don't want the creeps to keep spawning left. And creeps honestly probably matter more than like gaining that forward Eclipse charge. I go for the Eclipse charge. I think I honestly overemphasize the Eclipse charge. I think it doesn't really matter that much. So presumably Cunning Plan plus Arcane Assault clears these creeps pretty nicely. We can even kill the last one to the Zeus, right? So Cunning Plan plus Arcane Assault looks pretty solid. If he annihilates left, we actually don't care. So maybe we should have saved Arcane for mid, actually. If he uses Thunder Gods left, we still don't care. We'll start with Cunning Plan because we're going to do this no matter what. And then it's either Foresight or Assault. I suspect it's actually Foresight here. I mean, we don't really care about left at all. We'll probably... I mean, he'll probably play to defend mid, and we'll probably use Assault left to mid. He can't annihilate both lanes. I mean, yeah. We should be fine. This has been a really, really one-sided game, actually. Don't need Maul at this point. Spam this bear to stroke Swim's hair. Bane. That's a monkey. I must be missing something. There must be like some level of humor to that. Swimmy, your sound is kind of fucked. It's so quiet and then you lead and it's too loud. Really? I'll try to like maintain a proper mic distance then. That's quite interesting. We're just gonna pass for initiative, right? I guess we have the blink dagger and the flare. He can't actually do anything off of initiative in mid, right? Wait, why did he deploy here? Isn't it better just to flare this and blink? Like, what is initiative mid actually gonna do?
You can't hide from me.
Like, it's just the Bristol back.
I'm not afraid of war.
10. It's outside of ranges. I'm pretty surprised the ogre went right. I think that probably doesn't make any sense. I mean, not that this game isn't over anyway. This game ended like several turns ago.
That works for me.
Yeah, I mean, we can just eclipse, right? I don't think it really matters. I don't care about giving him initiative, right? Yeah.
It's wise to fear the dark moon.
Your life is gone.
Can stay outside of call range on Kana by healing it. It's probably pretty important. Like, there's no way he can steal initiative against the Salt, but I mean, staying outside of call range is nice. The fact that, of course, okay, back in call range, not terribly unexpected. But I'll never have initiative mid. Still don't see what he can do here. If he has the third Dunners, that can be kind of annoying. Or if he has the Arcane Assault even. It's still just like, I mean, he still needs to deal 40 damage and that's just not happening. So that's the easiest annihilation. Eclipse is, of course, 3 charges short of being able to clean this.
At least you're trying to pull my point.
And then we'll just Eclipse next turn on the quad deploy. I guess he could have initiative steal plus annihilation, so I should play around that. I got some blinks to put left, right? Should be fine.
My favorite part is when we light everything on fire.
Ignites don't do much at this stage. Most of the reason for like igniting at this point. So for our deck, igniting at this stage in the game is actually quite nice because it reduces the amount of Eclipse charges requisite to basically swing the board and wipe it. But of course, he's not running Luna, so ignites at this stage in the game feel so much worse when you're not running Luna. So Luna can blink forward, the other 3 can go mid, and we can just end like this, right? That's kind of funny. Oh, the Zeus actually spawns next to the creep. Wow. We actually can't flare this. Oh my.
Feel the wrath of Senator. You call yourself a warrior.
Did anyone come up with one for swim roping? That would actually be good. It's a really, really one-sided matchup. I mean, red-blue is basically just the worst version of MonoBlue. We got a bad flop. I think our plays were fairly tight that game. We misplayed really bad the 2 games before. But I'm kind of trying hard now. Let's go. We're not gonna outplay ourselves tomorrow, guys. We're not gonna go down in flames like other unnamed individuals.